Hey guys, John Engel here. Today we're going to talk about items in your garage that are worth their weight in gold. All right, roll that beautiful bean. Wait, no, just roll the intro. Okay, before we get into the items that are worth their weight in gold, let me say thank you so much to everyone that views my channels as subscribers. We have hit over 1,000, which means lots of new stuff to come. And just to give you an idea of things that are going to happen, we're going to give away a car. Now, it's not going to happen immediately, but by the end of the year, there will be a car given away. At least that is my ultimate hope at this point. Second, this week I put a deposit on a car. So in the next couple of days, you're going to see a video on the car that I pick up. Now, I'm super excited about it. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I think some of you might have a good idea of what it is, but there were 2 or 3 that I was looking at. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what's coming next. Anyway, lots of great things coming to the channel. It's going to be fun. Make sure that you stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because I do a whole bunch of giveaways as well. So free stuff, can't beat it. Subscribe, like it. Let me know your comments. I put that in the beginning this time. Now, let's get to the actual fun part, which I wanted to talk about some items in my garage that I really think were worth the money, and I appreciate having them in there, and I think you guys should have in your garage. We go through our life and we hear all these negative things, and we hear the items that are really crappy and no one ever should have and you shouldn't buy and aren't worth the money. Well, here's some that you should buy that are worth the money. Starting out the list, I have something that's very inexpensive. It's $6. It's clear Gorilla Glue. Now, I originally stole this from my father, and it's amazing. I had one thing that I needed to do with it, and then after I've had it, I decided not to give it back to him just because I use this all the time. There are so many times that there's little items. Could be a shoe that gets torn up. It could be a piece of trim that maybe has just come apart, and you just put a dab of it on there, press it on, and it holds like magic. So, clear Gorilla Glue. And it's $6 for this, and it's 1.75 fluid ounces of beauty. And it's just great to have in the garage. You will be amazed at how many items pop up that you're like, oh, I use my Gorilla Glue for. So, item number 1 that you should have in your garage, clear Gorilla Glue. All right, so moving on to item number 2 is something that I use all the time. I've had it for about 15, 16 years, and it still works great. So, it is the California Duster Dash Duster. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't like the California Duster for the cars because you're scared that it will scratch your finish or mess up the paint, and that's fine. This one's for the interior, and it works like magic. You just wipe it over stuff, and it takes all the dust off if there's any little residue. Now, this is not a thorough cleaning, so if you've spilled something, don't use the duster on it. But for a quick interior detail, something just to make your car look like it has been cleaned recently, it's amazing what this will do. You really should give one of these a try. They go for $10 to $15, so it's something that you're not going to spend a whole lot on, but as you can tell, I use mine all the time. My wife's car is filthy all the time, so I use it especially in there. Daily drivers, I use this for, and it is amazing. One of the best things that I've ever bought, and it's nice to have a product that you've used, that you've tested, and that has always stayed with you, plus one that has lasted this long. They say that the more you use it, the better it gets, and I can't tell you if that's true, but I will tell you that it works great every time from the first time I've used it until now. It is dirty, it's dusty, but it gets everything off of there. And really is good for the crevices around like dash clusters because all these little fingers, they get in there and they really do a good job. And a lot of times on your dash cluster, you don't want to use any product because you're scared that it might tarnish the clear plastic. So this is good for just giving it a quick clean. Works out really well, 10 to 15 bucks. You should have one of these in your detail bag. All right, we've talked about some inexpensive items that you need in your garage. Let's ramp it up a little bit. Let's make it a little more expensive, but also more power. That's right. We've got the DeWalt set. Now, this is pretty much the basic entry-level DeWalt impact driver and drill. It's $150. You can buy these all day long. These are the 18 volts. They now have the 20 volt, and they'll probably have a 24 volt soon, or a 2000 volt. Who knows? But I can tell you, that for the 18 volts, these things are amazing. I use these all the time. Now, they're not cheap, but you get your value out of these and they're worth the money that you spend, and you will use these. Trust me on this. If you work in the garage or have even home projects that you're doing, these are worth their weight in gold, and they're gold, so it really does fit in. All right. Okay, in the essence of time, I'm going to talk about 2 items this time. I'm going to talk about one, a battery maintainer. Now, this is the Schumacher 2 amp battery maintainer, and I've talked about this in the past, and I've actually done a little video on the maintainers. This is my personal favorite. I think they do a good job. It's 20 bucks. You can get these at Walmart, and I just absolutely love it. The other item that I recently bought was the decal eraser. I cannot believe that I have not had this in my garage. It's about 10 bucks. You can get these on Amazon all day long. 2 things that every garage should have. This you just need in case you ever have any decals on your car. If you don't have decals on your car, you might not need this. Most people now have a daily driver and also a car that they use on their weekend. You need a maintainer. It will keep your battery fresh. It will make sure that your car starts. It also will save you from having to replace your battery as often. So 20 bucks now or 200 bucks every year. I'll do the 20 bucks now and make sure that my batteries last. All right, 2 quick, inexpensive items that you need in your garage. Lastly, and my most favorite item, of course, is a little product from the Chemical Guys. Now, you might not have heard of them, but they're a company and they sell polishing pads and compounds and everything that you could need to wash, detail, and polish your car. But they also sell fragrances, and they have one that is called a stripper scent. Now, some of you out there are going to love the name, some of you will hate the name, but I will tell you it smells amazing. And if you read on the back, it actually says, smells like vanilla and daddy issues. So they really have caught the essence of a strip club in there. Now, I don't actually think that it smells like a strip club. It smells like vanilla, and it's really good. It's one that you don't have to use a lot of. So 2 to 3 sprays in a full-size car will last for about a week, and it will make everything smell wonderful. Now, if you do have a significant other, wife or girlfriend, and you spray this in your car and she thinks that you've been to the strip club, that has nothing to do with me, and I take no responsibility for it. All right. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this. I just wanted to go through and do a little bit of a positive review on items that you should have in your garage. These are all great products and ones that are worth the money. Now, the DeWalt's are expensive. Everything else is kind of 20 bucks or under. And things that you should have in your garage. Gorilla Glue, you'll use it all the time. Stripper scent, it makes me giggle. And it smells great. Use it. California Duster, save a little time before you actually have to do a full detail. Just dust off your dash, the interior components of your car. It's wonderful. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned. Lots of new stuff coming. We'll catch you guys next time.